Hey guys, it's E with Scrapbooking with me, and welcome to Friday. This is the Friday freebie. You can use these for like journal cards, and you can use these for just pieces on your tags and things. I just did a real quick one this time because I had a lot of digitals to do at one time for the different freebies. But anyway, we're going to work on some. I've got just some different stacks of ephemera here that I have cut out. Some of them from my stash, some of them I purchased online, some of them it was given to me. And I need to back all of these so that I can use them in my journals. I find if they're not backed and ready to go in the journal, then I don't use them. So I need to get all these back. I'm going to back these. These I'm going to just cut out and use as stickers or little ephemera pieces on my journals. So I'm going to lay those right there. So yeah, the more I can get prepared and ready, the better I am at using the things. Sorry, my scissors have gotten to be a mess again. Now I want to tell you, if you're cleaning these scissors, don't just run it up and down through there because it will cut through your wipe and it will cut you. Believe me, as somebody who knows, I know I have been cut twice by them. I just forget and I do it, and therefore I get cut. I'm going to use, what am I going to use to back these with? So this is going to be probably a quick and easy video. Let's just use some of this paper if it'll work. Ooh, that's not quite big. Well, yeah, it's big enough. I can cut it a little bit closer and it'll be big enough. But I like to do the things that I need to do and not just maybe, you know, try to come up. I'm not one of those YouTubers, and you guys know that have been watching me for a long time. I'm not one of those YouTubers that just tries to come up with the biggest and brightest things out there and something that's just really gonna, you know, make you go ooh ah. I mean, I love to do different projects, but sometimes when I'm busy and I've got so many journals going, I like to do things that I need. And this is things that I need right now. I need ephemera to put in the journals. I've got journals going, but I don't have ephemera to put in them. Not much anyway. Got a little bit made, but not a lot. I'll have to keep my wipes right here because I'm getting sticky already. And these I'm just going to back, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to glue some down and then I'll think about trimming all at one time. You guys have watched me do this before. Some of you say you like watching it. Some of you are, you know, not so interested, but if you want to watch, that is great. I thank you. And if you don't want to watch, then I'm sorry. I'm just trying to do what I need. But I like to have you on to talk to, because sitting here just doing them with just me and nobody to talk to is kind of boring. So I like to have you guys talk to, because I feel like you're right there. Whether you are or not, I feel like you're just right here with me, creating along with me. Let's see, what can we put down here? We can probably use some of these postcards and put down here too. And this is kind of how I like to do. I cut out a lot of my postcards and things, ephemera pieces, and then all at one time I like to just make a bunch up. That way I just cut them apart and they're finished. And then you can always decorate them later. You don't have to decorate them right then. You can go back and decorate when you start to put them in your journals. Even though I say a lot of times I'm going to do that, and then sometimes I go ahead and decorate them right that minute. It's just whatever I think about at the time. And my glue is really gummy today because it is hot, hot, hot out there. The humidity is very high. It's 91, but the humidity is unreal. It's almost not breathable. And thank you guys for all the comments about me just sitting and doing a life update and talking to you yesterday. A lot of you said you enjoyed that. enjoyed watching me and hearing me, and some of you just enjoy hearing me while you're doing your own work. And so whatever, as my daddy used to say, whatever cranks your tractor, that's good. Don't mind either way. I like to listen to Rachel because I love her accent, and that's Roxy Creations. And sometimes I'll just put her on and just be working on a journal or working in the shop or whatever, and I'll just have her playing in the background. I just like her accent. I do that to a lot of different people. And you know, it helps them out too, because you're actually, you may not be watching, but you have it on, so it's counted as a view. YouTube says, oh, okay, they're viewing this. So we'll give that person some credit for it. I used to, when I first started YouTube years ago, I would tell Whit, I'd say, I don't have but like 2 views on my video. Just put my video on, and you don't have to watch it. Just put it on and silence your phone and lay it aside and let them play. He'd be like, does that help you any? And I said, yeah, it helps. I mean, YouTube doesn't know if you're sitting there in front of it watching or not. So he would put them on and lay his phone aside and just let them play while he watched his westerns or whatever. And that just helped me out. It gave me credit. So I don't mind if you do that at all. It helps me a lot. So I appreciate it. Like I said, I like to do that with other people too. I'll do it with Gail or Rachel, and also the Rachel from Rach and Bella Crafts. I do that with her a lot. When I don't have time to watch, I'll just put her on and listen, because I love her accent as well. So just stick me on in the background. I'm good. All right, so there are a few little pieces, and we'll lay those aside. And then I'm just going to grab my favorite backing paper, and I'm just going to start gluing some things down. So what are you guys doing? Are you doing okay? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget, leave your comments, because we will have another draw at the end of this month. And even if you've won before, you can still comment. But we had our April, May, and June drawing, and that those people have claimed and already received their prizes. And I think they were very happy, according to what they sent to me anyway. So, but you have to leave a comment and be subscribed in order to enter. And thank you guys also for all of your purchases of our print and ship digitals. Those are going very well. Very, very well. I appreciate it. So far we're keeping up with everyone that needs to be printed and shipped. It did take me a little while today to do it, but what I do is I just put them all on to print, and then I go do something else while they're printing. It's the good part about just printing them. You don't have to just, I mean, I don't sit there and watch the printer. I look through all of them when they finish to make sure they're all printed right, but I don't just sit there and watch the printer. I go about my other business and do other things while they're printing. Yeah, most of these postcards are in my digitals. Postcards, I think it says vintage postcards, and then a lot of them have the backing part to them, like, you know, this is the backing for one, I do believe. Maybe no, that's not the backing. This was the backing, I think, for one. So we have those in the digitals. Those are not set up for print and cut right now, but if you want anything print and cut that's not already listed, all you have to do is send me an email and I can get that listed. I've got another digital that should be up by Monday. I've been working on it, and I think you're going to be excited about it. I've had a lot of people who ask for it. So, and I know I love it, so you can guess what it might be. Go ahead and guess in the comments. It's one of my favorite things in the whole wide world. It's what it's based on. So let's see what you guess. See who guesses right. Brooklyn came over today. Brooklyn and Alicia and Presley. Presley's getting ready to leave on Sunday after church. She'll be leaving for the, I guess it's, I don't know if they call it a retreat or what, but anyway, it's for teenagers, and it's like a Christian retreat like thing that they go to. It's a seminar, I guess. I don't really know what it's called, but anyway, it's the Arise seminar or retreat, if any of you have ever heard of it. But she's so excited, and she wanted to know if she could. She said, Nana, I need to earn just a little bit more money. She's always afraid she's not going to have enough money. And I said, okay. And she said, do you need your car washed and cleaned out? I said, sure. I always need my car washed and cleaned out. She said, okay, I'm going to wash and clean your car out, and then that should be enough money for me to go all next week, and I won't have to get any from, she calls her Nani, which is Melina. She calls her Nani. Melina is one of the chaperones. And she said, and I won't have to get any money from Nani, and I can pay for everything on my own. And I said, well, go out there and clean my car, and I'll give you some money. So she did. She cleaned it inside and out, as hot as it is out there. She would come in every little bit and get her a drink, and then right back out. And she said, Nene, I hope I've done a good job. She said, maybe I could have done better. I said, I am sure it is fine. It wasn't that dirty in the beginning. But she's a good girl. I'm going to try some of the backings of these book pages. We may try something else in just a minute. I've got some of these book pages that I'd like to try something else with. So I may get a few more of these put down, and then we'll give something else a try. I'll slide that one over a little bit. Ooh, not that far. Not that far. Go back, go back, go back. There. Hopefully I got that on there right. Let's do one or two more on, I think I can do one more on here, and then I'm going to try something a little bit different with some book pages. I know a lot of you say that you have book pages and you want to know some things to do with them, so let's try it out, see what we can come up with. Ooh, maybe that don't fit. It doesn't have to be perfect. What I was going to say before I started talking about Presley, Brooklyn, she came in and she had her eyes covered up, her face. And I said, what in the world? What are you doing? And she said, I don't want you to see my face. And I said, why? And Alicia grinned real big, and she said, well, she got her first brow fixing today. She had to have her brows waxed because Brooklyn is a little hairy girl, I'm telling you, and her eyebrows, I mean, she had a unibrow coming on. So Alicia said I told her she needed to go ahead and get it done, so she got her eyebrows waxed, and that was the first time. And she wouldn't let me see, and I said, you gotta let me see. And she said, okay, Nana, you can look. But my goodness, she said, I didn't realize it would hurt so bad. I said, well, it'll get better. The first time you have it done, it's kind of a shock, and it does hurt a little bit, but it'll get better. And she said, well, I got it done, and she showed me, and they looked so good. Bethany did them for her, because, you know, Bethany graduated from college, and that's kind of what she graduated for, so she did them, and she did such a good job. I said, Brooklyn, they look so good. And she said, do you really think so? And I said, yes, I think so. I said, I wouldn't tell you that if I didn't. But we may use these book pages. I mean, these music pages. I was trying to find some book pages that were larger, but wasn't coming up with anything. I don't know if these are actually going to be big enough or not either. Not really. Hang on, let me grab a book that has got some big pages in it. This book has some large pages. It's not the most interesting book there is, but I think we might be able to use them. I don't know, we'll see. It's a very, very old book. Yeah, I think we can do that. I'm going to cut that little rough edge off. And then I think this is going to make two, so I'm just going to fold it this way too. Just going to trim that with my scissors. Not have to get a trimmer out. And then this one, I think I'll just tear. There we go. Now we have two of these. Okay. Now I'm definitely not interested in everything that's in it because this isn't like a modular book. It's a life, let's see, that's what the name of it is. Life Science Library, modular, giant modulars. And I think it come from one of the school libraries. They was giving them, well, they were going to burn them, and Melina went and picked up a bunch of them because we didn't want them to burn them. I'm thinking it's like 1963. It's in the 60s, I think. But anyway, what I think we're going to do to this is, if I can find a piece that's up and down. I don't know. Let's see. There's a piece. We'll put that on there like that. And then we'll put some paper on the inside that can be written on, and then that can be written on the back. So let's go ahead and trim this off. And I think I'll just cut it. I started to tear it, but this is some thin paper, so I don't know how well it would tear. This is just something else you can do with those little ephemera pieces that you have laying around. Use some of your book pages. And you could make a notebook out of these like we've made before, but I think on this one all I'm going to do is just put this on the front and then some paper that they can write on the inside, and then this will just stick down in a pocket instead of making it into a little notebook. I think that's what we'll do. Just another piece of ephemera. See, I like that. And then ink around it a little bit. There's lots of writing room on the back. And then on the inside, what we'll do is put some paper over that so that they can use that to write on too. So let's grab some of our paper somewhere here. I've still got lots of this paper. Little pieces that where I tore the other day. We can use that right there. Yep, that will work. I said, I asked Brooklyn, I said, well, how does it feel to have all of those eyebrow hairs off of there? And she said, it makes me feel like my eyes are sticking up. I don't know what that meant. I said, it makes you feel like your eyes are sticking up? She said, yeah, it makes me feel like my eyes are real wide. Oh, I said, well, the first time you have it done, you do feel a little bit strange, but once you have it done more than once, it'll feel good. I said, I really enjoy having mine done, even though I don't have any hair up there. Since I have thyroid problems, I have very few eyebrows and eyelashes left. They have all fallen out over the years. So I don't have very many at all. Look at that. I love that. And we could round the corners, but I think I'm going to leave that one like it is. So there's another piece. Let's do this one. This one, same thing. We'll have plenty of writing room in there. We need a piece that goes long ways like this. Oh, that'll be pretty. Let's put that one on there. I think this was one of my freebie digitals, I believe. These little cards. I don't have a lot to talk about today. I think I talked so much yesterday, I talked it all out. I have a lot. Yesterday was Brandon's birthday, and I told him he could take the day off since it was his birthday. So they went to eat, and then Aaron called me last night, and he said, we took Daddy to eat, and then we went to see a movie. And I said, what did you go see? And he said, Despicable Me 4. So he loves that movie. So I said, did you have fun? He said, oh, it was lots of fun, Nene. He said, that movie is really good. He said, when did you go see it? And I said, honey, Nene hadn't been to a movie theater and I couldn't tell you how many years. I said, I haven't seen it. I said, maybe when it comes on TV, I'll see it. He said, oh, Nene, you need to go to the theater and watch it. And I said, well, I had somebody to go with me. I don't like to go by myself. It's no fun. And he said, I'll take you, Nene. And I said, okay, you're going to take me to the movie? And he said, yeah, I'll take you to the movies. I said, okay. So, I tell you, that boy is something else. I said, alrighty, that's a date. He said, no, Nene, we can't make dates because you're my Nene. And I can't make dates with my Nene. I said, oh, okay, then we'll just go. He said, yeah, we can just go, but we can't make a date. Oh, that paper's very brittle. I don't think I'll be able to bend it. Let's see. I can do this one. And you'll still be able to see a little bit of the writing through there, but that's okay. So he can take me to the movies, but we can't have a date. I said, well, that's smart. You're right. We can't have a date because I'm your Nene. Oops. Did I do the wrong side? I sure did. Oh, Edith. What did you do that for? Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can wipe this off. I don't know if I'll be able to get it all off or not, but I'll try. Do this side, Edith. This side glues down. Yeah, I'm not even having to press on my glue. I think I could just hold it upside down and it will run out. It's so hot. There you go. And then fold it back. And you've got a nice little journal card, or whatever you want to call it, right on here. It says 1927. That's pretty good. Hey, I like those. I don't mind making those. Let's grab another page out of here. Maybe we can get one out without too much damage. It's so brittle. It's such a brittle book that it's hard to tear, and it's a very hard cover, so I don't want to have to take the whole thing apart right now. Just fold it in half, and you don't have to have pages that are this big. You can always make them out of other book pages and just have your writing going sideways. I mean, what difference? You're going to cover it up anyway, right? I don't know why I was worried about that. We're covering the majority of it up. And we're using some of our ephemera pieces, so. There we go. Alright, let's see if we've got something to go on this one. Oh, there's a blue one. Yes. These are some of my favorite journal cards right here. Look at that one. That one's pretty too. Yes, we're going to put that one on there. I think I'm going to try to tear this one. I don't care if it's a little jagged, because I think it will look good once we ink it. Uh-oh, didn't get that one torn enough. Let's see if we can do this top again. Yep, there we go. So, what am I going to have for supper today? You guys that are alone like me, what do you cook to eat? I don't like to cook a big lot of stuff because it's just me and I end up wasting it. No, I don't like to do that. And it's hard for me to cook small portions of things that I like, which I love spaghetti. It's hard for me to cook a small portion of that. I mean, I know that I can, but I don't do it so well. And then I love any kind of chicken, just about. But there again, you know, I take out one piece of chicken and I cook it. And then sometimes when I take out one piece and cook it, I want two pieces. Then sometimes when I cook two pieces, the other pieces, I don't eat it. So it's like, what do you cook? Something simple. You know that they just don't make portions for single people very much. The portions that you have to buy are huge. And, you know, I split like my hamburger meat and my chicken, all of that. I buy it and then I split it up into smaller sections. But I wish they would make, like, you know, your corn and all of that kind of stuff. I wish they would make that in smaller portions too, because I don't eat one of those big cans of corn or the big cans of peas or beans. I just don't eat the whole thing. Sometimes I just get plumb ill thinking about it. I'm like, oh, why do I have to eat again today? I hope that, oh, I think I put that one on sideways. I think I put it, did I put it on upside down? I don't know. But you know what? I'm going to leave it. I think it's supposed to go this way, but I'm just going to leave it. I'm not going to worry about it. Not that big of a deal. It's pretty either way, I think. So anyway, if you're single out there, let me know what you do about food. Because I end up, like last night, I couldn't decide what I wanted. And I eat salads a lot and I get tired of salads. So I ended up just popping me a bag of popcorn, and that's what I ate. And I know that's not good. I should eat a good healthy meal, but sometimes it's just hard to think of what you want to eat. And if you can make it in small portions. I'm not a cook anyway, so cooking has never been my forte. If I could get out of it, I always did. And my husband loved to cook. So he was the cook at our house. He cooked, well, even before he became disabled where he couldn't work, he would cook when he was at home. He worked night shift, so he would cook and have my meals, or mine and the girls' meals, ready for us when we got home. And then he would fix him a plate to take to work with him. And then when he became disabled, he did all the cooking. I mean, any cooking that was going on, he did it. I didn't. I just went to work, come home, and my meal was ready for me. He loved it. Loved to cook. Melina loves to cook. Alicia and I hate to cook. We didn't get that cooking gene. I just about rather do anything as cook. Put me out in the yard, let me rake leaves. You can cook. He did the bacon. He smoked meat. We'd have a big get together over here. He would do all of the cooking for everybody. That was one of his things that he really enjoyed doing. Cooking for people. Well, I'm liking those. Just a little piece of ephemera and some book pages. Look how many we made. And they'll just slide down in a pocket. And it'll be done. Okay, let's do a few tags. I need tags, and I don't have tags, so I think... Now, these are not really big tags, but they will be a good enough size that we can use. So I've got all these pieces of ephemera. We can do that one, and that one, and that one, and that one, and that one. These are smaller. Probably won't use too many of those. Let's get another piece of paper here. I'm trying to use up these book pages that Brandon threw in the garbage. Let's see if they'll go. Yes, they'll go that way. Good. I don't know where these tags are from. Probably just from different kits that I cut out and then just didn't use them, and I laid them there in my little basket. Nice if I could get another one right there. Let's see. That one won't go, but I bet this one will. Yeah. So Alicia and I did some rearranging today in the shop. It had got to the point where I couldn't find anything. We don't have a lot of room in the shop because we have the main part of our room is out in the warehouse part. And so by the time Brendan and I get to our desk and the table, we have to leave tables out for our, you know, product that comes in and kits that are going out, things like that. So time we get to our desk, get the tables out and that kind of thing, then we're just about full in the store part. So Alicia and I did some rearranging that I think gave us a little bit more room, and I think it'll be better all the way around. I started doing it and she come in and she said, "Mother, quit lifting that stuff." She said, "Your back is already out. You don't need to be lifting." I said, "Well, I'm not really lifting. I'm just pushing and sliding." She said, "Well, you don't need to be doing that either." She said, "Tell me what you need moved and I'll move it for you." She said, "You are so independent." I said, well, I've always had to be, you know, I've had to be that way. I had a hubby that worked all the time. He worked sometimes 16 hours a day, and he would work all different shifts. He would work at night, work in the day, work at midnight. I mean, he was just always on call and going, so I had to be independent. I had to learn how to do things myself, because what time he was here, he was having to sleep. And I grew up very independent, so I said, I just don't like to ask for help from anybody. She said, oh, I know that. I know that. We got a lot of things moved, and then we got a lot of cleaning done because everything needed cleaning under it. You know how when things sit in one spot for so long, you get all kinds of junk and dust and critters under it. At least the critters were dead from, you know, when we get these boxes in around here, a lot of times the boxes just attract spiders and bugs and things like that. So we try to empty them and get them out as soon as we can, but we have to spray out here about twice a month because they get bad if we don't. So all of them were dead. There wasn't any alive, but there was some spiders under some of them they would have been big if they'd have been alive, but I sure was glad they were dead. I said, now, if I'd have moved that stuff and those spiders would have been alive, I would have been screaming. So I'm deathly afraid of spiders. Spiders and snakes, I'm deathly afraid of. I've just got this phobia. It scares me to death to see one. So now I feel like I got tons of room at my desk because we actually moved my desk out some. My other desk, my work desk, not this desk, not the filming desk. This is my filming work desk. I also have a work desk. But we moved it out a little bit and gave me more room between this desk and that one. So got a little bit more room there that I can wiggle in. I need to see if I have one more that I can put on here. I can put that one on here. Oh, let's do the one with the bird. Isn't that bird pretty? I'm pretty sure these are some that I did too in one of my digitals. They look familiar. I normally don't make my text this small, but I did make some smaller like this, and then I made some larger ones. So I may say that, and then somebody might say, that's not your digital, that's mine. Because you know how bad I am about forgetting what my digitals look like. That's why I enjoy printing them out for you guys, because I'll be like, oh, I forgot about that. That's so pretty. Look, we are going to town and me just chatting away. We have got so many done. And I won't ink these until I start to put them in a journal. And then I go over the back like this. If they're starting to bow, I just take my bone folder and give it a really good rub on the back, and it flattens them out. I don't have to put them under anything or weight on them. Just give them a really hard rub. Of course, they're going to flatten out when that glue dries anyway, but I love that old book page on the back. That's pretty. I think it'll be fun to write on too. I'm going to do just a few more, and then I'll let you guys go. This, to me, is going to make a very pretty tag. Now, it is shiny, but I'm not going to worry about that. This is the backing for some of those stamps that my friend sent me, and I'm pretty sure this is going to make a pretty tag. So I'm going to cover the back. I have made tags out of these before, and they work fine. Never had a problem with them. I think I might need something a little bit thicker. Let's see. We can use this, and that's a little bit thicker. Oh, that's got glue all over it. And I know you can see this glare, and I'm sorry. I'm just trying to keep it where I don't have to reach so far for it. Hopefully it's not blinding you. Now, someone asked me, do I use my glue stick on the shiny pieces like this? Yes. Never had a problem with it. I always use it on these and I've never had an issue. Okay. Now, if you don't want this shiny, you can rough it up a little bit if you want. Just take a little emery board or something and just kind of rough it. I don't think I'm even going to do that. I am just going to cut this into a tag shape. In the sense of using everything that we have got on our desk. I don't throw anything away until I'm sure I can't use it anymore. And see, to me, that makes a very pretty tag. I think we can even put a little label right there if we want to. Let's see what we've got. Let's put that one on there. Now these are some labels that are in our freebies. They're the ones that Katie made for us a couple of years ago, I guess now. And she made them to be freebies. So, good gracious, look at the glue. Blech. Gummy, gummy, gummy glue. I forget and bear down, and I don't need to because it is, the glue is like jelly today. There we go. That's pretty. I like that. And we'll put a little topper in it. Let's just go ahead and do that while we're here. And then put a piece of trim in here. This is seam binding from My Scrap Cabin shop. And we do have a discount code for her store. If I can remember, I will put it below. But if I don't, just let me know and I'll link it. There we go. Cute card. I like to have a piece to use this on. I think that's very pretty. I've got something on my finger. It's paper stuck to me. Let's see what we have. We can use this piece and just fold it this way. And then that's pretty, but it's a little bit, to me it's a little, needs a little bit more off up here maybe. So I'm going to take just a little bit off at the top. Let's see, my other trimmer is buried, so we're going to use this one. Yeah, I think that'll be better. So I'm going to trim this. You know what would be really pretty under here? I think I'll do it. This is that little stamp that I love to use. This is about the only one that I keep out on my desk. Let me see which way's up and which way's down. I don't know that it matters. Can't read it anyway. I'm just going to stamp a little bit. Oh yeah, that makes a big difference. Makes a huge difference. Now on this one, I think the corners need to be rounded. Ouch, that hurt. Because it's as wide as it is, and I think rounding the corners will make it look a little bit smaller. Oh, that's pretty. I like it. See, this is just made from one of those pieces in your book that's like right at the end. This was the appendix. So we'll cover this so that you can write in here. And I'm just going to use another piece of the same paper to cover it. I'm going to put that side down though. And I'll cut it off about right there. Let's see. I need to tear it off just a tiny bit at the end. Right, we'll put that down right there. There we go. And yeah, you should wait till it dries to fold it, but you know I don't do that. And that's fine. It didn't bow up or anything. If you glue it good enough, it shouldn't. And then on the back, they can do all kinds of journaling on there too. And you could put a little piece of something on the back if you wanted to, just to decorate it up a little more. Let's put that little stamp that I just happened to see laying right there. I love these stamps. I don't know what I'm going to do when I run out of them. Which I won't run out for a little while. I've got quite a few. Isn't that cute? I probably got a little crooked, but it's alright. I love that. All kinds of journaling space, and this will slide down in a pocket. Alright guys, I think I still got plenty to do, but I think I'm going to stop there. I can hear my stomach growling, so I guess it's saying feed me, feed me. But that goes over there, and that goes over there. See, I've still got all of these that I have just cut out of ephemera sheets, and then those postcards. These will just slide down in pockets. And then that ephemera piece, this was a freebie, I remember last year sometime. So we got quite a few done. That's good because I need a ton. And then we got just a few tags done, but that's okay. I've got more larger ones that I need to do. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, we got 7 done. That's pretty good. And then we got 5 of these little booklets done. So quite a bit of ephemera. That's good. I need it. I've still got lots and lots of journals to finish. I've got 2 ready to go out the door Monday morning. And I've already emailed you guys that purchased those. I've got those ready to go out. And then I've got 2 more that are coming close. So, all right. We will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and just listening to me chat. I mean, if that's what you do, that's great. Just listen to me chat. Leave me on. Let me play in the background. Thank you guys so much for all that you do. I really appreciate it more than you will ever know. We will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.